Hey everyone, so I've been using a lot of old Gen 7 sets recently, and one of the really popular ones was Normalium Z Giga Impact Kartana, which in this game it has a lot of potential targets. Zapdos, Volk, and Mega Venusaur might all get O-code by it, even Garchomp potentially. The main target though is a Moltres, because if I can O-code a Moltres with that, not only is Kartana going to have a much better time, but all of these Pokemon in the middle are going to have an easier time too. Landorus can spam Earthquake. Megalopan, he doesn't have to care about Flame Body. Goldingo is obviously better without a Moltres on the other side. Let's lead off with... I really think they're going to lead off with their Garchomp, so I'm going to lead off with this. So they actually lead Volcarona. I mean, I just go for Stone Edge right away. They're switching to Zapdos, as they just sack it off turn 1, so goodbye to that. Don't have to deal with that the entire game. Out comes Garchomp, which could be trying to set up, let's be honest. I kind of want to go Kartana right away. You know what, I will go Kartana, because they're going to SD, and I want to do this, yeah. I don't want to lose to SD Scale Shot, because I don't have a Fairy type, so there's no point in being passive into it. Doesn't OHKO it, unfortunately, but I'm going to be able to pick it off after using either Lando or... like, really whoever I want. I think I want to go... I kind of want to go Lando. Just because Lopunny has to care about static. Wait, actually, no it doesn't. I have Limber, right? Yeah, so I can just return in regular form here. Or Frustration, rather. And if they go out into this, then I'm not getting paralyzed. So let's go ahead and U-turn out now. I'm just going to go straight into my Garchomp and get up my Stealth Rocks, I believe, is the correct play. They're not Rocky Helmet, so it's probably just Heavy Duty Boots. I don't know why they did this, because that crit might have not mattered, but we're able to OHKO Garchomp from 19. Landorus is scary because they could be Scarf or Urshifu, and that would just be annoying. I think the safest play is to go Garchomp here. If they go Urshifu, I'm assuming that it's going to be like Scarf Ice Spinner, because otherwise... I mean, they know I'm not a Z-move, so they can probably just go Urshifu anyway. There's no chance of me OHKOing them with anything. But I believe they're going to go out into the... yeah, Mega Venusaur is what I was going to say. And we can click Stealth Rocks, or we could go Tornadus. I think I actually like the Tornadus play way more. Hopefully they're not Sleep Powder, that would just be annoying. Giga Drains me, which doesn't matter at all. I'm going to make a double here into my Garchomp predicting the Zapdos, because I want to get up the rocks. Or I could throw off a Toxic, but... I think they could be going for HP Ice. I'll get up the rocks here. Goes for Hurricane, which does nothing, as you can see. Defensive Garchomp is really tanky. I was faster. So it's Toxic there as they roost. We get the Toxic off, which is nice. Now I'm going to go for Protect. Yeah, so they try to Defog, and now we're going to go Goldingo, obviously. They do predict it and go for Volt Switch. Good play. I have the Focus Blast, and I think I just click it here, I'm going to be honest. If I don't get Sucker Punched, then we just win. And, oh, it lived. What? Goes for knockoff and knocks me out. I can't believe that just tanked that. It has to be AV or something. It's okay, though. I can go Tornadus here. I think I'm just throwing off Heat Wave. I don't want to risk getting staticked. But I also don't want Zapdos coming into Defog, so maybe I do just risk static and go for U-turn. Because they're going to try to go Zapdos and Defog for this, or they don't want to. Okay, never mind. So this is a Garchomp, because Garchomp forces out Venusaur, and then I can just go Tornadus again and click buttons, so I think that's the correct play. I can't Protect in front of this, unfortunately. It has an ability that's a bit good at the game, so let's just either weaken it with EQ, or... I really think they're going for Ice Spinner, is the thing. No, you're not doing that. Stop that. I'm quaking you, and you're gonna like it. Goes for SD. I just don't want you subbing. That's fine, you can click that. I just don't want you subbing. And then goes for Surging, which is okay. It's Protective Pads, good to know. So I believe the safest play is to just go Lopunny and once again click regular return. As dumb as that sounds. Because I don't want to get staticked, it would just be annoying. So let's just click regular return. Goes out into the Zapdos again. I don't know if I Mega Evolve here, because I don't know if I kill is one thing, and... well, if I get rid of Zapdos, I win with Torn, with Bleak Wind Storm, so maybe I do just go for the KO. Okay, we're going to start CCing, because they have to roost to not lose to Tornadus, so... Nice. They're getting really low. And at this point, they kind of have to roost again and hope I get full paired. And if they don't, then I win. There we go. That should be the Tornadus win. I guess not technically, because they might try to sub with the Urshifu here. Is there a way I can just guaranteed get around that? Oh, well, they go Venusaur, which is fine. I'll just sack off the Lando. Actually, no, there's no reason to do that. I just frustration. Goes for the Sludge Bomb. We do got to land some flying type moves here, but it's not Hurricane. It's a Bleak Wind Storm. We're going to land it. Yeah, there's one. And then Urshifu, like, Scarf Lando outspeeds, so we guaranteed win this game. I'll try to land another Bleak Wind for fun, I guess. And we do. Nice. So, clean win right there. We have another game. That game was definitely a lot easier because they just sacked both their setup mons, like, basically right away. So, definitely not complaining about that. And this one, wow, this looks annoying. Megalodios, probably a Calm Mind set. I don't know if I beat that. Yeah, I might just lose this to Calm Mind Megalodios. My team doesn't have the greatest breakers into that mon. We do have some good, like, ways to threaten it using Landorus and Megalopunny, but if it's, like, the correct investment, I don't think I do enough damage. Well, let's lead off with Lando. I mean, even if they're Scarf for some reason, I outspeed here, so I'll just go for U-turn. Find out if they're Rocky Helmet, which they're not. I mean, their attack would be Ice Spinner, but, like, Tornadus doesn't even care about that, so I'll just go Tornadus. Goes right for Stealth Rocks, so... Unfortunately, my Defogger is not Torn, it's a Lando. I think I want to go for Knockoff here. As they go out into their Tornadus. Okay, so we're going to get rid of what? Assault Vest. It's got 4 attacks is what that tells me, obviously. Let's go for Bleak Wind Storm. Okay, so we do miss a Bleak Wind, and I lose my boots, unfortunately. I think they're going to Hurricane now. I just don't want to get knocked on another mon. Dude, can I land a move? Like, I know I just landed 2 in the last game, but I would love to land here and weaken the Torn that I knocked the AV off of. This could be going for a Head Smash. I don't really know. I think my correct play is just knock off, and if they KO me with something, they do. Okay, so that was literally just a pivot. Sure. I'm going to try to get in my Landorus here. Although their plays are what? Hurricane or knock off again? Let's go Golden Go on the Bleak Wind Storm. Nice. Okay, so we do get in on this. They do see my leftovers. They're going to click knock off again, obviously. So let's go U. And I'm just going to U-turn because they have to feed a triple axle here or Ice Punch. So it is Rocky Helmet. It was always going to be Rocky Helmet, let's be honest. We go U. I think I'm just going to Z-move. Predicting Torn. If they go Aegislash, they go Aegislash. But if I can OHKO Torn with this, which I think it does, we're going to be in a much better spot. Nice. Don't got to deal with that the entire game. And now they're going to try to win the game, aren't they? I'm going to stay in and Giga Impact because I don't beat this Aegislash with this mon anyway, and I don't want them Combinding and just winning the game with this right here. So, let's see. Oh, I'm faster. And I did no damage at all, so they're going to recover and win. Yeah, I can't beat this mon, I don't think. Maybe I have to make some change on the team to help out with this, because it's way too broken into me. I have an idea. If they're not Ice Beam, then I can still win. But if they are, then I just don't beat this. Okay, nice. We got the Toxic off. Perfect. Oh, they did crit me. If that crit actually resulted in the KO, I would have been a bit salty. Goes for Restored Power again. So we're not going to lose to the Skyfall, thankfully. And I got to keep my Kartana, too. Do I want to try to keep this to get up rocks? I mean, Golden Go is way too good once this is gone. I don't think I ever try to keep Garchomp. So they end up KOing me there. I just go either Lopunny or... I guess I go Lopunny and fake out into U-turn. But I feel like they're just going to go all Momola here. Yeah, they just go all Momola. They don't even want to like try to let Lottie take any more damage. What that allows me to do, though, is go Tornadus. This is a chance to throw off a knockoff, and either they're giving me Lottie or they're giving me a new item. So no more Rocky Helmet. Throws off a Wish. I mean, I guess that's scary, but I think what I do here is I U-turn into Golden Go. Just because if they go Lottie, then I'm still in an okay spot. And I know they want to pass it to Lottie, so... They could pass it to Aegislash. I still think this is going to be like really difficult. So they pass it to Tusk just to get the momentum on me. Are they going to go hard into... I mean, are they going to go right for Ice Spinner? I don't want to mispredict, but also... I got to keep this for Tapu Lele, so I go Tornadus. They do go for Ice Spinner. Like, I knew they were going to, but also, like, it's so tricky to stay in there, because if I lose Golden Go, Tapu Lele wins the game automatically. So what now? They're threatened by Bleak Wind, so I go for U-turn on the Alo. And this time I can go Kartana again and throw off Leaf Blade. I'm sure they go out into Aegislash now that they see that I'm Z-Giga Impact. Or they just stay in, which is a crazy play. Should I SD? They passed it to Lottie. That's so annoying. I don't know if they have another move to hit me is the problem. It's probably Aura Sphere last slot. Let's go Torn. Yeah, it is Aura Sphere last slot. Okay, so we get that right. Now I can U-turn. We got Alomomola kind of low too, so I'm not unhappy about that. In fact, don't I go Lopunny right here in CC? Or is that not correct? I don't know. I'm going to try that. They're going to have King Shield is the annoying thing. Maybe they don't. And I can just CC here. No, they do. Yeah, I think I'm going to lose this anyway. We'll go for CC here. So they go hard Lele, interestingly. I guess I'll just find out whether it's Scarf by staying in. Because at the very least I get to go Golden Go after. So they go Tusk. I think I just go Tornadus to threaten it again. They have leftovers on like everybody. Stays in. To go for Ice Spinner though, right? So Kartana. Yeah, we can get in Kartana on that. I think they're going Aegislash again here. Let's go Tornadus and knock it off. Maybe they stay in. Either way, it's fine. I really got to get these rocks off the field is the big thing. They're so content with just staying in. It makes no sense. You're not double Ice Spinnering. You're clicking Earthquake. Okay, well, I should just forfeit this one. This one's unfortunately just not a matchup that was very doable. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that wasn't winnable, because it definitely was. I was just getting a lot of turns wrong, but that's just how competitive Pokemon goes sometimes. Let's see what we can do right here. I really, really like the Kartana in this matchup. However, I get completely walled by Golden Go. They don't know that, though, so I would assume they use Mega Venusaur as the initial switch-in, and maybe I can Z-move that is the idea. Let's lead Lando. Okay, so they're never staying in. I think they're going to go hard into Landorus, so I'm going to go Tornadus here to pivot. Because that kind of covers the Golden Go staying in anyway. They're never going to Thunder Wave in front of Lando, so... like, worst case, I'd take a Shadow Ball or a Make It Rain, which will do a lot, but... Tornadus can eat that. I really think they're just going out into their Lando or their Alomomola, though, which will allow me to get a knockoff. Either one is fine. They do actually stay in, and it's Choice Specs, okay. Well, I don't want to click... U-turn in case they have a Rocky Helmet in the back, so I'm going to double into my Tank Chomp here, predicting one of those two to come in. Clicks Make It Rain again. That Choice Specs Make It Rain hurts a lot, but I can click Stealth Rocks now. They do see that I'm defensive Garchomp, unfortunately, however, that's fine. I still do want to get my rocks up. The Landorus is their rocker, so I'm assuming that it is a Rocky Helmet set. If it comes in here, I'll go for Toxic into it. If they go Alomomola, I Toxic that. The only Mon that I would want to switch against is like Mega Venusaur, so we'll have to figure that out. I'm just surprised they risked this Golden Go turn 1, because if I Earthquake the Golden Go, they lose to Kartana like right away for no reason, so very shocking that they would do that. However, tells me a lot about how this player plays, and I won't try to make as many mid-grounds, and I'll just attack what's in front of me the rest of the game. Let's see, though. Like, is this player gonna Make It Rain again in front of a Garchomp? Is that the new plan? Surely not, right? I do want my rocks anyway, so like even if they do Make It Rain, I do value the rocks a lot. I wonder if they're faster than me. Are you max speed timid or like modest on Choice Specs? It still could have bulk investment. Let me just make sure it's choice specs, because like Tornadus is pretty bulky. I'm assuming that they have to be to do 95. Golden Go. Yeah, it is choice. Well, okay, 1 second. Max special attack does 63 to 74. Modest would do 69. So it's timid choice specs is what that means. Because Modest, as you can see, if I put a choice specs on it, would guaranteed OHKO me. So it's got to be timid choice specs, and I just lived off a roll. Yeah, there we go. I actually lived off a very lucky roll, too. They got like the min roll when they had a good chance to KO. I'll cut until this player clicks a move because they really don't feel like it. They finally click with 15 seconds left, and they do go out into the Rocky Helmet Landorus. So, like I said, I'm going to Toxic this right now. I don't want it to do anything to me. Can I live the Z move? No, I can't. Okay, so makes sense. I didn't expect to live that, I'm going to be honest. However, is this not Stealth Rocks then? Like, what is going on with this? I'm just going to go U and SD up. I think you're going to go Mega Venusaur, and I can Z move that after. Or you just attack me, which is also fine. Because I might just be able to win the game with this right here. Or at least, at the very least, get a ton of KOs. If they click rocks, I think I'm SDing twice, let's be honest. So there's the SD. Goes for U-turn. Okay, that's fine. Goes Venusaur. You're getting Z-moved. Good night to that. That tells them that I don't have coverage for a few things. I don't know if Iron Hands lives this, but I'm just going to Leaf Blade. Oh, it's stronger. I'll just click this. It just dies, yeah. Okay, Kartana I think eats this team, unfortunately for them. There we go. I'm assuming that they thought I had Knockoff and that's why they forfeited, but Knockoff would be weird on a set that has Giga Impact, because obviously I would want Leaf Blade and then like Sacred Sword is the other common moves, so not really sure what to think about that. I'm just going to lead off with my Landers, and I mean, they can go Dragonite right away if they want. I'm quaking. There's the Dragonite. Sure, that's fine. Let's just bring out... Let's go Garchomp on the Dragon Dance. I think I Protect. Because they're going to throw off the Z move here, right? Yeah, and now they're going to go for... I don't know what other moves they have. It could be Outrage. Let's just Toxic. Okay, there we go. I'm hoping they Dragon Dance here. Nice, we got up the rocks for free, basically. And now I'll just click Protect. Goes for E-Speed. I Protect again. And then Megalopan, can come out here and make sure this isn't doing anything else. So we got up rocks, and we KO'd Dragonite in exchange for Garchomp. Garchomp was really important, so I'm not totally happy with what just happened. However, I mean, now I get to spam Earthquake, which is cool. I am pretty happy about that. I kind of want a close combat, however... It doesn't KO them, and if they Moonblast me, I would just die, and this mon is really important. I'll go for U-turn into Golden Go. Yeah, like, I wanted to go Landorus to get an Earthquake off, but if they Moonblast, I take 60, so it's, like, really scary to try to do that. Fortunately, I don't have Make It Rain, so I'm just going to lose my Golden Go here. And they try to predict Lando. I'm never making that throw. Like, if I go Landorus and they Moonblast, I just lose, so it's never a play that's worth going for there. I believe I'll just Shadow Ball. Goes for Surging. I go U. I think I'll just throw off the Z move. It is Golden Go. I was really hoping it would be Zamazenta. That's really bad. Like, potentially game-losingly bad. Let's go Tornadus here. I think Tornadus is probably worth it. It's just scary into Za without Tornadus if they end up KOing me with something. Goes for Focus Blast, though. That's fine. Oh, I'm going to Heat Wave here once. Do a lot. Shadow Ball hurts, but I can live it. Alright, we're going to U-turn into Landorus. Or, do I go Lope? Any? Okay, they recover. That's fine, because I have Scrappy Close Combat here. Which will hurt the Zamazenta, or just not KO that, really? I really thought that would just OHKO it, I'm going to be honest. That might be game to King Gambit. I don't know. Let's just KO that there and move on. I gotta go Kartana on the Urshifu and hope they don't click Close Combat. If they make this play, they make this play. Trailblaze. Well, that also just wins. Yeah, I don't beat that. Drain Punch. Wait, can I live? Oh, I can live. Never mind. There's a chance. They're not Close Combat. Okay. I'm glad I didn't forfeit because I was about to. However, I'm pretty sure I still lose. However, Maybe if they miss a Stone Edge into Tornadus, I have a chance. Okay, so they're going for the Body Press win con. However, I don't think Tornadus can get OHKO'd by that. The only issue is, maybe I just died at +5. I don't know how that works. If I crit either of those, I would have won the game, I think. But, dude, they're playing around with crits for days. Like, what if I just get one of these high crit ratio crits right now? You're dead. Well, I mean, I never got the crit. Let's see if Tornadus lives. I don't think it does from +6. Yeah, absolutely not. I had like so many chances to crit and unfortunately couldn't, so it is what it is. Let's move on. Alright, we have our next game. Mega Beedrill team. Not very common Mega, however, I am kind of scared of it. It speeds a lot of my team. If I can Z-move the Moltres, we're going to have a lot of fun in this game. I can just Earthquake through this entire team. I also don't see a reason not to lead off with Lando. I'm going to be honest. And their best mid-ground is Urshifu. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go for U-turn here. It's either Earthquake or Stone Edge. I really think they're just going to go out into Urshifu. Moltres is so aggressive. Okay, they just stay in. So if I land, you're dying. All right. I guess I'll take that. We don't bother scouting anymore? Okay. Sure. They know I'm Scarfed now, but I got a kill off of it, so... Out comes Treads, probably to just get up rocks if I had to guess. I do like my Garchomp, actually. Who do I want to go? Kind of want to go Mega Lopunny, but it doesn't put on any pressure. What if I just go Garchomp? Goes for knockoff. I'm fine with this. I mean, I have a Landorus to threaten Raging Bolt anyway. Let's go for the Earthquake here. We don't KO that. They get up the rocks. Do I try to do the same? Or do I just Quake again? I mean, this is fine. I'll go for Stealth Rocks here. And then we'll try to knock this later with Torn if possible. Or just like I said, OHKO'd with Kartana is the ideal situation. So out comes this. It's leftovers, so sub bulk up maybe? I'm just going to Earthquake in case it's that. SD. Toxic would have been nice, but I'm just going to Earthquake again in case it's Trailblaze. Drain Punch is okay, because it can't win off a Drain Punch. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I have to go Tornadus and land Bleak Wind. I was thinking about going Kartana, however, the problem with that is I have to make a play. Because if I Leaf Blade into Moltres and I get Flame Bodied, it's really bad. Whereas here I just have to land a Bleak Wind and we're fine. We did miss it, but they switched, thankfully, so it wasn't as bad as it would have been. Let's go for... I kind of want to go for the U-turn chip, but it's like way too risky. Let's just go Golden Go. Yeah, the U-turn chip would have been a good idea. They're able to get their Volt out. Makes Lele a bit scary with Psychic later. Oh, imagine if I was that Power Gem set right now. That would be very nice. So goes for Flamethrower. This is a free knockoff. They don't have a Mega, so I'm getting rid of an item. If it's the boots on this, I'm happy. If it's the Raging Bolts item, I'm happy. Alright. So Moltres is no longer a threat. In fact, my Mega Lopunny is looking really good to go pretty soon. It's just, what am I doing about this Raging Bolt when it comes back out? Wait, they go Treads, but I have Heat Wave. I'm going to miss this Heat Wave. I can feel it. But we're going to try to knock them out. Oh, we don't. Nice. So we get to keep the rocks up. I could have tried to go Golden Go too, but it's just not worth it. I want to keep Golden Go just because I don't want to lose to Lele, so... Let's just knock this and sack off Tornadus at this point. Goes for Draco, that's fine. I mean, I can just go Kartana here. If they're not Scarf Lele, then we win the game with Kartana right now, is the thing. I'm just going to get my kill with Breakneck Blitz. There we go. Goodbye, Raging Bolt. Don't got to deal with that mon anymore. We still have a Tapu Lele counter in Golden Go. Out comes Moltres, which I'm really questioning why. Does Sacred Sword kill at +1? I mean, I'm base 181 attack. I'll calc against Fizdef. Moltres. Defensive. No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Okay, that's tricky because I don't want to go Landorus. I guess I'll just hit it and let them do their thing. I mean, they have Swords Dance, Drain Punch, Urshifu, but they can't click Swords Dance in front of this right now. I guess if they Trailblaze here, it's really bad. Sub SD. Okay, I'm not scared of sub SD. Especially because I live it, yeah. So I think we win. Because either they're Scarflele and they check this, or they're not Scarflele, and then like Landorus will beat it. This is a good... No, actually, Kartana will beat that. What am I saying? Yeah, GG. Next game right here is against Iron Valiant. I don't think there's a Mega on this team, is there? Double Fairy is really threatening, but we do have double Steel in response. Kartana's like a fake Steel type, though. It doesn't do much defensively. Golden Go's the main defensive Steel type on my team. Let's lead Lando. Lando doesn't have a bad lead outside of... I was going to say Urshifu, but I could always go Garchomp on Urshifu. In front of this, it might be Sashed, is what I'm guessing. I kind of want to click Stone Edge. We do land it. It doesn't kill, and they get their Stone Axe off. The fact that I Stone Edged like really makes it obvious that I'm Scarfed, so they might go Urshifu here. That's fine though. I would value Chip on Urshifu for Mega Lopunny. And we do land both the Stone Edges. I'm really surprised. That doesn't happen very often. I really should have been more careful with this Mon too, because it's really important into their entire team with Earthquake. So, do I want to go Garchomp? I don't see Garchomp's usefulness when they have Double Fairy. It could be good into Golden Go, so maybe I go Torn here instead. Yeah, I like the Torn play a lot. Goes for Surging, which looks like it's Scarfed. So let's just go Kartana. Yeah, it's definitely Scarfed. And I'm just going to drop my... No, we're going to double Garchomp on the Golden Go and get up our rocks. Yeah, there we go. Because either they Surging Strikes again, which is fine because they would be taking so much Rough Skin, or they just go Golden Go, which is the safe play, and this covered both, so happy we were able to get in here. Let's go for the rocks. As Val comes right in to click Quirk Speed stuff. I do live any hit from it, I believe, even Moonblast. Let's put it in the calc. Against Iron Valiant. Mixed. Yeah, like that literally does nothing. So I can go for Earthquake and get Chip off on it. Or I go Golden Go. It's just scary because Scarflele, if I lose Golden Go, is just a problem. So it goes for knockoff and gets rid of my lefties. I think I'm less scared of Golden Go, and I'm more scared of the other guy. So now they're going to go for the Moonblast, absolutely, which I still live, so we can just click Earthquake again. Yeah, we are just going to try to beat the Golden Go without Garchomp, I guess, which should be doable. Because we know Urshifu is the Scarf, meaning Mega Lopunny can just close combat that Mon. I'm questioning what this is trying to do here. Like, is it clicking Ceaseless? It's probably faster than me. So unfortunately, it's just getting its Ceaseless off, yeah. However, I don't know if that's Scarf Lando range. I don't think it is, I'm going to be honest. And also Aqua Jet could be a bit annoying. The best play is just to go They have Golden Go still. Can't use Kartana until that's dead. I'm also in a really tough spot against Surging Strikes. Really got to be watchful about that. Like, Golden Go is my counter. I think I need these hazards out of here. We're going to go for that. And they just don't even have any part of it. Okay, they didn't want any of that. Let's go Tornadus. They didn't even think about it. Like, they were like, these hazards are staying up and you're going to like it. If I Earthquaked and then maybe defogged later, that would have been better. Just gonna knock off here. We get rid of... I guess this is the Z-Mon, yeah. This might be a loss to Urshifu. We'll have to see. Let's go for Earthquake, though. If I was T-Wave Golden Go, that would be way better in this game, but I'm not. Do you go hard Urshifu here? No, you sack this off, right? And then how do I play this? They're gonna go Urshifu. I think they're going to Surging, right? So, who's not useful? Mega Lopunny is not useful, I don't think. Oh, it's not Scarfed. Do I lose to this then? Maybe not, actually. I think Golden Go will live. I don't know if I Oko with Golden Go is the problem, so it's probably still game, yeah. Unless maybe I sack Landorus, come back in, fake out, and then go for it again. That's all I can think of. I still lose to Samurott at that point. So what are they going to do here? They're going to click Surging, right? If the SD I lose if I switch is one thing. But I don't think they would ever SD here, so let's go for the Landorus play. Put it at -1. There we go. And actually, now that it's at -1, maybe Golden Go can deal with it. I just gotta hope it can, because I lose to Hisui and Samurott if I go with the Mega Lopunny route, so it's not even worth trying. Let's just Shadow Ball. Oh wait, this thing crits. This thing crits. I'm so dumb. Wait, can I live a +1 Surging? If I can, then we have a chance. I think I do. I do. Okay, so they just threw by not going for the crits through the attack drop twice. I mean, I still lose if it's Scarf Lele, because this thing is too low. And it's going to be Scarf Lele at this point. So it goes for Ceaseless. If it's Scarf Lele, I lost. I'll go Lopunny, just because I don't want Kartana getting put in range of Sucker Punch by these spikes, whereas Lopunny should live. Yeah, they did have Sucker. Are you Scarfed? Just show me. They're not. Wow. Okay, we actually won that game. So they didn't have a Scarfer in the end. They were relying on speed control from Trailblaze and Quark Speed Valiant. So GG's, I guess. We have another game. We'll be the last one. There is a Charizard we can try to Z-move. However, Pecharunt is like the last mon you want to see when you're using this Kartana set. So that's going to be fun. I'm just going to drop the Z-move right away, honestly. Like, if they go... I'm walled by, like, multiple mons on this team. Well, actually, it's really just Pecharunt. Charizard, I'm walled by after the Z-move, but I think we're getting a kill here. There we go. Kartana did something. I'm happy with it. Had they gone Pecharunt, like, Kartana would have just been dead weight. It would have been my first sack, but by throwing off the Z-move right away, at least it has potential to, do something, you know, because they didn't know yet. I'm just going to Giga Impact this too. What? I mean, I guess you're Zardex and you're going to try to DD here, which is fine. I don't know if you live this +1 hit. I crit you, so now you definitely don't. Good night to that. Goes Tusk. I mean, I have to stay in, right? So goes ahead and knocks me out with the close combat. I just go you and start breaking down the team. If I miss Bleak Wind and I die, then I just miss Bleak Wind and I die. It's fine. Goes for rocks. It's okay. I'll go for U-turn here. I believe the best play, now that I've knocked off the leftovers, is to go Golden Go to weaken it. But I kind of want to go Garchomp and Toxic. So I'm going to do that. They Scald Burn me, which is a bit annoying because it's negating my leftovers. However, I think that's okay. Let's go Golden Go here on the Petch, which is good. Because I think what I'm going to do is just throw off Shadow Ball and start wearing down this Tinglu. They go for Hex to try to weaken me, but eat 71% in exchange. So now this thing is way too low. I don't like your Stealth Rocks. Can you not? Please. I just started Bleak Winding. They don't have switch-ins because this thing doesn't have leftovers. So goodbye to Pecharunt. This should be a pretty quick win. And we'll go ahead and wrap up the video on it. Yeah, there we go. They go ahead and forfeit the game. We end up at like 1700 basically on the dot. So pretty great video. I mean, we did lose a couple games, I believe. One of them I just got completely red in every turn. But overall, I'm happy with the way I played. I think if you try this team, just don't expect it to succeed on super high ladder. It definitely doesn't have the tools needed to break super bulky teams, but mid ladder where I was laddering, like low 1600s to like mid 1700s, I think it can do a lot of work. So yeah, I'll see you all next time. Later.